Thank you, Ravi. Uh, Good morning, all of you. I think we scheduled this on a very short notice. Thanks to Ravi, and we'll try to do justice as much as possible we can. The format which I am planning to do is have a very short 3 or 4 text slides on normal VC investment thesis. What do they look for? Uh, what is the process? Which type of companies should choose for PVC? Probably 4 or 5 slides on that, and then probably we'll prefer to go for a Q&A interaction if queries which are specific to different companies here. I think I'll keep it short. We'll try to finish it in 20 to 30 minutes. A very brief introduction about my fund, SAF Partners. It's a stage and sector agnostic fund. A couple of companies where we invested either on the early stage or the growth stage side. Some of these names you might know. It's across BFSI, retail, consumer services. Now, this is a very simplistic view of a company life cycle when you are growing. And on the x-axis, what type of financing is available, typically available in India. So in the initial stages when it's a business paper plan idea, there is a team in place, there is nothing on operations. We typically is the first stage, which is the ideation on concept stage. You are doing some of your drawing board exercise. You might have done a pilot. You might have some views around it. That's called angel stage. And most of the times, F and F, the financing available in India is like 3F, which is family, friends, and fools. You call them fools because there is no business, but still somebody is investing. So there is a high amount of trust on the team. And most of the times in India, this amount of financing do come from your internal resources, either for family or friends. Angel financing at that stage is very limited in a country like India. As we grow, I think more of it will happen, but as of now, it's very limited in size. Second stage is more around when you have a team in place full time, there's a product development going on, there can be a couple of customers, 10, 20, depending on the nature of business. That's when we call it a seed stage company. Again, the seed stage financing it come from angel investors, which are typically individuals. There are a couple of institutions in the country which has come up doing seed stage. Some of the government agencies like SIDBI do participate in seed stage, but again a long process raising seed money. And typically the money which you can target in a seed depends on crore or 2 crore. That is the amount of money which is available at that stage. So once you have did a prototype, you have developed your product, or you are some midway through your product, you have taken some customer feedback, product is out to roll out, you can do some business. Is that when the early stage venture capital comes into picture. That is when you are creating your partnerships, either alliances, depending on the type of business you are. You can sell a product, either in some of the businesses you can sell it for free, probably to get the consumer traction, or you can get some pricing out of it. It depends on business to business. There is a good team in place. Then the early stage venture capital do come into picture. Banks are still not here in this market because banks typically go for a asset driven business or the revenue driven businesses, and early stage venture capital, most of the times there are no assets, and there is very less revenue. On the venture capital fund, the typical amount of funding you can target in this time is around $2 to $3 million. That is on an average I've seen in the country where early stage companies can raise money from venture capital. Now, after that, as from early stage VC to that growth curve, there are multiple options, and depending on the company life cycle, depending on what type of business you are, if you are successful in early VC, you grow from there. You define your channel economics, you define your scalability, you define your profitability. The business model has been validated. Now you want to probably market it out or create alliances to scale the business. And that is typically partly into growth stage, private equity or a venture capital. It depends on business to business. And this whole growth curve multiple options are probably available in the country. You can go for a private equity, which is $5 to $10 million. You can go for a venture capital, which is again $5 to $10 million in the range. Some amount of bank financing is available in the form of debt, but it's still in the early stage side, bank financing is limited. As you move up in the value chain, probably bank financing is on the debt form is more available. And yeah, from there on, there is an IPO and there are multiple options. Typically, when a company grows, the most mortality rate of a company comes into this angel and early VC, which is a more or less a flat line. I am sure that 60-70% of the companies will exit as early stage VC. Now, once the company in a growth VCP on that curve, there are very high chances of that company surviving the life cycle. So this is a rough how. Now, another slide which typically I do hear some of the questions that what a VC look for or what a private equity look for in a business. Am I ready for that or not? Should I go now or should I go 1 year down the line? Not very definitive answers for all these questions, but typically these are the 3 or 4 points which any equity financing institution will look for. Large markets. Now, large market, when we say that I'm looking for a large market, it's a little bit lesser understood fact. So most of the times you see India is a big country. We have a billion population, and and from healthcare perspective, there is a very eminent need of healthcare services in any form, either in the medicine side or technology side. There's a very high need, but it depends how do you define your markets. What type of people can afford the price point which you are building on? Is there a channel in place or not to reach the market? You might discover a service which is very well needed in the market, but if there is no channel to reach to the people, then it's very difficult to convince and invest on the large markets. So large markets, I'm sure depending on the business, there are different ways to define that market. Team, what type of skills team has got, what type of operating people are there. We do look at for that defensible position. Is it a fragmented market or multiple people doing the same thing? The last bullet point is more for the early stage companies. If you are trying to raise early stage venture capital money, institutions or funds will look for what type of pilot engagements you've done. 4 bullet points which any financing institutions will look for. On the process side, so this process can be 4 months long or 6 months long, depending how it is done. Typical initial processes, you meet the entrepreneur, discuss the business opportunity, understand the business opportunity, do some form of initial due diligence. It takes around 2 to 3 weeks or 1 to 2 weeks, depends how much the fund is educated about the business or how much the individuals are educated about the business. Once this preliminary evaluation is done and fund is, people think that this is a big business, then you come into a more involved or evolved process. Here you probably look to the numbers of the company, how you have grown, how the competition has done, what type of team is in place. You meet multiple times with the team, you meet with the entrepreneur multiple times. This process, if it is going in a good pace, takes 3 to 4 weeks, but for early stage companies, when every month there is a good amount of change in the company life cycle, it can take 6-7 weeks also. So I think if you are raising money, it's very necessary that you keep tracking that how much interest that the fund has in terms of moving ahead in the process. If you are not seeing much interest, then it might make sense to get back to the drawing board and take your company a little bit further and again interacting back with the fund instead of engaging the fund on a continuous basis, because that takes a lot of time, that takes a lot of energy. You want to focus on your business, not entirely on a fundraising and cycle when the fundraising is not available. So you want to be cautious about this. Then closure is more of a issue. You get the term sheet, and that's more of a process-related things, accounting, legal due diligence. So that do happen if you have passed to the second stage. That's more of a process and execution rather than any decision. I think in terms of value addition, what a there are when an entrepreneur goes out and raise money, there is always a question on the dilution versus uh, getting a outside getting owning the 100% of the entire company, and it's a very economic decision. You don't want to dilute much if it is not needed because it's the most expensive form of money in terms of equity. But these are a couple of value additions which I have seen the venture capital firms, a good venture capital firm will do. Most of the times I do value lot the second part, which hiring the senior member of a team. Most of these firms are very well networked into the ecosystem, either technology, finance, strategy, and they bring a lot of credibility in terms of hiring people on board. That helps a lot when the company is growing. Then rest, I'm sure all of you would know. So I would finish this presentation here. I would appreciate if for individual businesses, if there are questions, we can discuss them on this platform.
Yeah. What is the typical break-even period, knowing fully well the healthcare scenario in India? What is the break-even, or do they want to make cash profits from first year?
So I'm sure if it is early stage business, nobody will expect making a profit in the first year. Most of these funds will see the exit horizon instead of a break-even horizon, and break-even horizon is a function of your exit horizon, but break-even horizon can be here and there by some margin. Typically, most of these firms will look for an exit horizon of 5 to 7 years, and accordingly your break even has to adjust. If it is a very long era, long gestation period project, then it would be difficult to raise money. No, this is see no, so in a hospital project or in any project which is very capex heavy project, we do understand that its gestation time would be long. Now, I don't know if there are healthcare specific projects whose exit horizon is more than 10 years for healthcare specific projects, but I really doubt it. Now, typically these funds are 10-year cycle funds. You raise money, you invest for first 3-4 years, and then for next 6 years, you probably look for exit and liquidity and give money back to your investors. Now, so typically these funds will look for that 5 to 7 year exit window, and there would be cases where then 7 year window will extend to 8 or 9 years, which is fine. But when I'm on my drawing board, when I'm planning, typically they would look for 5 to 7 years exit horizon. And in capex heavy project, it will become 7 to 8 years. In capex light project, it will become 5 years. But that is the rope which that investment will have. It will not become more than 10 years.
These VCs are looking at generally in India in the healthcare sector?
Okay.
And what is the amount of stake these people?
Okay. Okay. See, in healthcare, at least personally, I have come across very broad two type of companies which are hospital driven or the retail driven businesses which are more on the heavy on the capex side. Now, these businesses takes time to scale up, so it's very difficult to invest into a small company. So, suppose if I'm a diagnostic chain and if I have one or two chains, one or two location in a particular city, it's very difficult to attract funding for that unless you have gone a little bit either 10 centers, 15 centers in a two city type of scenario where you can validate that you can scale up in a multiple city type of scenarios. That's a more good time to go for funding, and typically your fund raise will be around $5 million. So that's around capital intensive retail driven projects. Now projects which are asset light, either on the platform driven services or technology driven services, there the ability of funds to invest early in the cycle is better, because these businesses they can scale up fast in whatever amount of capital you inject, and in those businesses you can probably think of going to raise funds at an early stage of the business.
Too larger size, but the idea is innovative. Maybe a very small competition or no competition at all. Then how does the VC think about this?
See, it depends. So if the idea is innovative, is it a services-driven idea, or is it a any drug or any patent-related idea?
Services.
If the idea is innovative and it is in services, typically what I have seen in the industry that it's the entry barriers are small and many more people do come into the idea either 6 months time period or 12 months time period. Having said that, if you have done some pilots and the VC get convinced, people will invest a small capital like $1 million, $2 million, which is more on the early stage and seed stage type of financing. People will invest. There the team would be the most important parameter, if this team is the right team to execute on this idea and if this idea is big or not.
But the VCs, they invest only a smaller amount in the beginning, maybe 10% or 20%. They don't take a majority stake.
So most of the VCs will not will play into this 20 to 40% equity ownership. Very less VCs will go to 40% or more than 50% because you don't want to run the company. Is it if I have 15 companies in my portfolio, I can't run 15 companies. So typically they'll go to 20 to 40%. 10% is a little bit smaller to focus on. Any more questions? We should wrap up. I think another idea which I gave to, I just discussed with Ravi, if there are more questions on the financing side, you guys can send mail to Ravi and we can take up on a technology or either on the emails or from the magazine platform perspective. We just, what are the common queries, we can put them together in a column and can answer them back to the magazine.
Tell us the email ID.
I think.
I will announce it.
Okay, thank you.